Hey guys, Simulation here. Yeah, my second session. Anything and everything, or nothing. Yeah, just sitting here and talking. Well, I'm driving today, and I felt like talking about Pokemon. Mix of everything, like how I started with Pokemon. Maybe see if I can get any comments if anyone ever actually watches this. So, last time I checked, I had a couple views on my last video, my starting video. But hey, first time doing vlog, it's gonna take slow kicking it off. Today, decided again to talk about Pokemon. I have played the original 3, Yellow, Red, Blue. I've played them. They were not the first games I started with. Personally, I started with Crystal version. Not Silver and Gold, Crystal version. Favorite game. It's still my favorite of all of them. I love the Heart Gold Soul Silver remakes for the DS. Best games. They're just awesome. Oh yeah. Let's see. It's actually really funny. When I first started Pokemon, I didn't really understand that I guess you really don't have to if you don't want to. At first, I didn't really like the starter Pokemons. I chose Cyndaquil. He stayed Quilava for a while. I chose Cyndaquil, and he was in my team for a little bit. Then he kind of made his way to the Pokébox, and I had other Pokemon on the team. I think I replaced him with like Arcanine, and other than that, I actually made my technical starter Pokemon the first Pokemon I caught, and that Pokemon was a Pidgey. And playing along, Pidgeotto, Pidgeot, favorite flying types ever made. Apologize, it is kind of bright. I got the sun right in my face. But yeah, actually, Pidgeot, that particular Pidgeot, my first level 100. Total skill all by myself. I don't even think I used any rare candies, nothing like that. Being like 8 or 9, that's an accomplishment. Sat through and played that, and that's a cool oldie car. That's pretty cool. But yeah, oh my god, love it. Then nowadays, I always try to have a good flying type on my team. Obviously, it evens it out. Pidgeot still makes it as my favorite. If I can, try to trade it over after you beat the game. Let's see, starters. What do I like? Squirtle. Squirtle's trio forms, really cool. Squirtle, Wartortle, Blastoise. My favorite starter of first generation. Second generation would probably have to be Cyndaquil, Quilava, and Typhlosion. Third gen, that's actually kind of ironic. Goes water, fire, then grass, because third generation is so that's a glare right there on my screen. That kind of looks cool. Third generation, that would be Trico. Trico. Whenever I got Trico, I always named it Scepter. It was always its nickname, Scepter, Scepter. I just thought it was a badass name for a Sceptile. I thought it was kind of cool. Once you know the Pokemon, you name them for their final forms. You don't have to change it later. But it's a Trico, Grovyle, Sceptile. Then after that, that's a tough one. That's what, 4th generation. What's favorite from 4th generation starter? That's a good question. I have to say I like Turtwig. Torterra, yeah. Very good. Very strong grass type. I think I looked this up before. Because of his ground type secondary, makes him one of the strongest grass types power-wise, I think. No, defensive-wise. I think, if I remember correctly. I don't know. Half the time I don't listen to that shit. Then from the newest generation, 5th gen with black and white, pretty well-rounded, liking all 3 the starters. Snivy, probably again go back to grass type again. That's 3 grass type favorites. I will admit I'm a grass type person. Definitely get some good grass type in there. That's a I like that. You do a bit with it. Can't do all grass type because there's nowhere near a well-rounded team. You're dead come to poison, flying, or fire. Wipe you out. But makes a pretty good team to have some grass type. Favorite Pokemon of all time? Probably be Lucario. I love Lucario. First came him Black and Diamond and back in Diamond and Pearl, where you go into the cave to get the egg from I think it was the Dragon Trainer. It's been so long since I played the Diamond and Pearl series because he did it differently in Platinum or something like that, and I like Platinum. But yeah, you get the Riolu egg, hatch the Riolu, get the Lucario. Always on my team. Best, good combination. I mean, the Steel kind of made it difficult against certain things like flying moves, or at least recently I think it was. They become now normal instead of not very effective against the fighting. But hey, makes it work out pretty well. Let's see. Lucario probably makes it as probably one of my top favorite Pokemon. Probably my favorite fighting type Pokemon. Not necessarily Steel. I think for Steel, probably Aggron takes the kicker there. Aggron's Aggron or Steelix? That's a good question. If I want to go second gen or third gen there, I'd have to say Aggron. Just he looks badass and everything, and Steelix can be a pain in the ass to get sometimes if you don't own multiple DSs or multiple game copies. Which I do, usually. Or I just trade with my best friend. Let's see. So let's see, I covered Flying type. Sceptile probably takes the bill for Grass type favorite. Fighting type would be Lucario. Psychic type, let's see. Go traditional with Alakazam. For Ghost type, that's a tough one. I'd have to think about that and get back to you, because I can't think of never been much of a Ghost user, so. What else? Normal type, probably go with Eevee. Eevee totally takes the bill there. Hell, Eevee could probably fill every type. Vaporeon, Umbreon, Jolteon. Dark type would be Umbreon. Umbreon's total badass. Especially, I don't know if you guys have seen any of those art things that they do with like real life art depictions of Pokemon. Umbreon probably has the coolest of the few that I've seen. There's some cool things out there. Let's see. What have I covered? I've covered normal, dark, fighting, steel, flying, fire type. It's Charizard. Charizard would be my favorite fire. Would it? Yeah, I think so. Let's see. Then for Dragon, probably have to go with Dragonite. Normally I'd put Rayquaza under that, but I think I'm going to put Rayquaza under my favorite legendary type, because Rayquaza is probably, he is my favorite legendary. Then for water type, it's a good question too. I almost want to go classic again and say Blastoise's original starter, but then again, I'm going to go with Gyarados. Out of nowhere, I'm going to pull that out of my head, and I like Gyarados. Shiny red Gyarados you caught in the gold, silver, and crystal versions. Yeah. I think traversing into the middle of the lake to go catch a rare red Gyarados, probably one of the only game. Is that the only? I think it's the only game where it actually gave you specifically a shiny Pokemon. Now that I think about that. Personally, I've only run into a couple shiny Pokemon. Funny story though, my friend, he was playing, I think it was, let's see, so Diamond and Pearl. And very beginning, hasn't even caught his first Pokemon yet. Hasn't even seen his first Pokemon. What out of nowhere happens to be a Bidoof. Go on, guys. Cross the street. Not a sidewalk. You can jaywalk. Probably not something to start. Actually, what have they got? Later? I hope not. Oh well. Probably shouldn't be back there. Silly kids. Anyways. Where was I? Yeah. There's some interesting stuff. People. Really. Jaywalking. Not cool. We have red light. You're not supposed to go. I mean, we have green light. We have green light. We go. You know. You know go. Ah! Okay. But yeah, that's a mix of my favorite types. I mean, see, if I mix my team, I usually have my starter, and I build from there. A lot of the times, I try to go with the grass type for the starter, because grass is typically my favorite, and with the starters, it's easiest to get a good grass type out of your starter. Especially with like the new black and white version. Snivy is probably my favorite of the three. They're all well-rounded, but I like Snivy. And then from there, what else? Let's see, just yeah, start with you do your starter. Typically, what you do is I usually find the first flying type, first rock type, because usually, other than in the case of the black and white versions, well, kind of, wasn't much defined for rock types in the beginning of the black and white 2. Dude, I jumped up and down, like, when I saw Riolu, I had to have it. That was, like, catching a Riolu in the wild and not having to ever hatch it from an egg. Unheard of! No, that never happens. What was this? I was like, ah! I probably wasn't like that. I was probably like, oh! No, it was the, ah! I freaked out. I almost dropped my DS. And then I probably kicked myself because it's a 3DS, and it's awesome. Actually, really good system. Did a good job with that Nintendo. Yeah, because I had some speculations about that when it first came out. And then I ended up getting one because of Kingdom Hearts 3DS. Yep, good game. But like with most Kingdom Hearts games, I can't beat it within the first time I get it. I gotta wait like 3 months before I can beat it. I don't know, just some weird thing in my head that I just can't take the time to do it. Don't know why. Anyways, back to Pokemon. Yeah, some cool Pokemon. Trying right now, put together my competition team now that I've beaten Black and White version 2. Looking into it, seeing that'd be kind of cool. Compete against actual people for the glory! Ah! Glory of Pokemon. Yeah! Yeah! Yeah, I'm trying it out, see how it works. That should be fun and pretty cool. Can't wait to see it. I haven't tried it yet because I haven't had a chance to play it lately. What with all the new games out, you got Assassin's Creed 3, you got Black Ops 2 coming out in the next couple weeks. Mr. Pandaria, I've been in on that a lot of different games. It's hard to keep up on a single game, especially one like Pokemon where you gotta focus more, at least to build a good team when it comes to competition style. So hopefully it should get there pretty well and pretty good. So that's about all I got for you guys today for this session of Everything and Nothing. Session 2.